Hello and welcome to Morehouse's Math Menagerie, where outliers are always welcome. Today, we're going to be talking about one sample confidence intervals for a mean. Mr. Barnes is interested in estimating the mean ski race time for a certain course for all high school students who ski in Idaho. He takes a sample of 50 high school skiers. This sample results in a mean race time of 4.85 minutes and a standard deviation of 0.81 minutes. And he wants to construct the appropriate 95% confidence interval. The first thing we're going to do is define our parameter. We're going to say let mu equal the mean ski race time for all high school skiers on a certain course. Next, we need to define our procedure and check the conditions for that procedure. This is a one sample t interval for mu. Notice this is similar where it's one sample just like we did for proportions, but this is a t interval instead of a z interval now, since we have to use the t star as our critical value. There's a random sample of 50 skiers. The central limit theorem applies since our sample size is greater than 30, and the 10% condition is met as it's safe to assume there are more than 500 high school skiers in the state. Now for calculations, we can use the formula. Here we have our point estimate x bar plus or minus our critical value t star times the standard error of the sampling distribution s over the square root of n. If we plug in our values here, we end up with an interval of 4.6198 to 5.0802. But let's head over to Desmos to see how we can do this using technology. In Desmos, we're going to want to go to our inference menu. And notice up top here, there is a inference for quantitative data section that gives us two options. We are always going to use the t-test on the right-hand side. Once you select that, it gives you the option to put in a list of data. For this problem, we don't have data, we have the statistics from the sample. So I'm going to select stats and put in the sample size of 50, the mean of 4.85, and the standard deviation of 0.81, and select Create Test. Now we have two options. The top one is confidence intervals, just like we had before for proportions. I can drop this down. It is defaulted to 95%, which is what we're wanting in this situation, and it shows me that 4.62 to 5.08 confidence interval that was calculated from our sample statistics. Now that we have calculated our interval, the last step is to draw a conclusion from this. We would say we are 95% confident that mu equals the mean ski race time for all high school skiers on a certain course is in the interval 4.6198 to 5.0802. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for joining us. I will leave you with this quote by Booker T. Washington. Have a great day.